Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Saints Field for the last and final game here at St. Martin's University for your Saints baseball team. Today will be a single game played against the visiting Pacific Lutheran Lutes. So a quick little trip down south for the Lutes to close out the season for the Saints. For the Lutes, let's meet the starting lineup. Leading off, playing center field, will be number 15, Rutger Yauch. Batting second, number 2, playing second base, will be Aaron Barber. Batting third, number 24, will be Barton, followed by Kaiser, Finney, Cambridge, Richardson, Amon, and rounding out the lineup will be Delisle. On the bump for the Lutes will be Sherwood. On the mound for your Saints will be number 30, Blaze Wong. (2-0 count. Fastball to Yauch is fouled out of play on the right side. But for those of you that tuned in yesterday, it was senior day for the Saints as they finished up GNAC play. So today, a little bit of a different lineup. No seniors currently on the field or slated to pitch for the Saints as Yauch goes down swinging. First strikeout of the day for Wong.
I think talking to head coach Kelly Gow earlier today, we won't see any seniors.
Yep.
Right, so at all.
But they won't be on the field, but they'll in fact be joining us on the broadcast today. We'll have one per inning starting in the second inning as first pitch to Barber is driven to right field. Arecki will cut it off and get it in quickly to avoid any extra base. So first pitch swinging is Barber. He's aboard here with 1 out. A 3-hole hitter, first baseman Ashton Barton steps in now. Double play in line for the Saints. Fouled out of play. So like I said, we'll have a senior Saint per inning starting next inning, as there's 8 of them, so they'll finish out the game, finish out their year, kind of chatting up a little bit on how the year went. Ground ball to shortstop Zen. Stasco turns it, flips it over to Grubb over at second base. Grubb throws it over to first to complete the double play. So 1, 2, 3 for the Saints. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Score tied 0-0.
Grew up in any neighborhood that did corrupt and straight on.
Bottom of the first inning here at Saints Field. Leading off for the Saints will be the right fielder in Alohi Areki, followed by Ingram Johns, Nickel, Shabbat, Tom, Stasco, Grubb, and rounding it out will be the center fielder in Bell. Once again, a different lineup for the Saints, a different look, kind of giving us a little bit of a look at what next year will look like, right? Areki drives out one to left field. And he gets aboard early here for the Saints.
Now coming to the plate, the left fielder, number 2.
So in steps the left fielder in Damon Ingram.
Just like you mentioned here, Aaron, good test for all these underclassmen. Some of them juniors, soon to be seniors next year, right? Others getting their first shot. Obviously, I think everyone in the lineup here has gotten some at-bats at some point during the season, but, more so just like really getting to see how next year will look.
Areki goes, good jump there. And he'll be in there with a stolen bag. But yeah, to your point, this gives Coach Kelly Gao like a little bit of a chance to see what next year will look like for him, right? You kind of get guys in the lineup, give them a start, see what kind of production they can produce here today. Obviously, being a one-game set, it will be a little tough, obviously, to see what they can do in a whole season, but Ingram goes down swinging there. So in steps Charlie Johns for the Saints. Johns, one of the 2 freshmen in the starting lineup today. Talking to assistant coach, hitting coach for the Saints, Coach Joey Swanson, loves what this guy can do with the bat. Obviously left-handed hitting. Hitters are usually more often than not admired more than right-handed hitters, right? I know, especially if you have a little bit more power from the left side, can play a crucial role in the lineup. So I'm sure they'll look for Johns to be productive in the years to come as he gets older and gets a few more at-bats under his belt.
Yeah, and we'll see who head coach Kelly Gao elects to go with at first base next season, with Hallball already there, kind of the everyday starter. It seemed like as we got into the later part of the season. So who knows, maybe Johns will slide over to third with the departure of McLaughlin, right, the senior. You also have a DH spot opening up with Stewart leaving too. So a bunch of small holes to fill, I'd say, for the Saints here, right? Trying to figure out pieces to who's going to fit that puzzle for the next season.
1-2 pitch, check swing. Regardless, it is called strike 3.
Now coming up to bat for the Saints.
So for Sherwood, after giving up the single to lead off the game, he comes back and strikes out the next 2 he faces. So good work by him, able to bounce back after what seemed to be a little bit of a momentum shifting moment with a Recce single.
Recce kind of already proving himself as a good stereotypical leadoff hitter, right? Gets singles, steals second, puts your team in good position to score a run.
Up to bat now for the Saints is number 17, the second freshman in the lineup in Evan Nickel. He's over at first base for the Saints, already down now, 0-2. Off-speed pitch swung on, foul down the left side. O2 pitch swung on, hit high in the air, just behind second base. Second baseman Barber there to make the catch. They try the side. The Saints score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and leave 1 runner on. Score still tied here, 0-0.
And to start the top of the second inning for the Lutes, it's the designated hitter, number 40, Hayden Kaiser.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second inning. In a few moments, we'll have senior Mark Stewart joining us here on the broadcast. Chat up with him a little bit, pick his brain a little, and see what life's going to look like for him after he graduates. But leading off this inning for the Lutes will be the 4-hole hitter in Kaiser, the DH. Takes that one away. Counts even now, 1-1. Two count now to Kaiser. Long's pitch swung on, hit high to center field. Colin Bell is camped under it and will make the catch for out number 1.
That's Colin Bell with the catch.
And now we have senior Mark Stewart joining us today. Mark, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Aaron?
I'm doing all right, man. It's last day of baseball here at St. Martin's, so
Now back to the Lutes.
we'll dive into a little bit of questions. I got some questions for you here. Kind of want to pick your brain a little bit, see how you're doing. Obviously, getting the day off on the last day.
Yeah.
Finney steps in, drives that one to right field, stays fair, and he'll make his way into second base with a double. So first pitch swinging there for Finney. But Mark, why don't you give the people listening kind of a rundown of who you are. Right? Give me your name, number, position, and where you're from.
All right, well, my name is Mark Stewart. I am a catcher. Well, I was, I guess, a catcher. And I was number 6 from Meridian, Idaho. Obviously, yesterday was senior day, so that was my last official day of baseball for my career. But it was pretty special and a pretty awesome experience to share with my teammates and family and friends.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, playing here 4 years, obviously. We played together a little bit. Cambridge hits that one to shortstop. Stazko, his throw takes Nickel off the bag. So runners on the corners here for the Lutes in the top of the second.
It's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Stepping in now will be number 5, the right fielder, and Richardson. But Mark, obviously great career here at St. Martin's, right? You're able to do some great things for the Saints and some individual accomplishments for yourself. I know we talked a little bit preseason about some things you wanted to accomplish going into this year. Some team goals obviously not accomplished or gone the way that you wanted to, but nonetheless, you guys had a great year. You guys, as a team, produced a great season, one of the better seasons here at St. Martin's University. So talk to me a little bit about how this year went for you and how it differed a little bit from last year, being the older guy now, being a senior.
Yeah, I definitely think that this year was a little bit tougher just because, like you said, we didn't have those team accomplishments that we were hoping to get. But, I still had a great time, and, it was good hanging my career on a pretty good note. I didn't realize that this would be my best defensive season, which, made me feel, I guess, a little bit better about myself at the end. But, I wish I did a little bit better offensively just to go out on top. But, it was still a good season, and kind of, content with what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Richardson goes down swinging there. Amon steps in now, but
Number 16, Rowan Amon.
so I got some questions here, Mark, right? Kind of dove in a little bit on how you are and what the season was like for you, but what's your go-to pregame song, if any?
Pre-game song.
Runner goes, throw from his knees, from Tom's knees, that is, not in time.
Well, if I had to come up with a main song that I listen to, I would say it's Natural Born Killer by Josh Malloy. But I usually just listen to any sort of country before I play.
Gotcha. Any pregame rituals or superstitions?
Not too superstitious. I like to glaze the field when when the national anthems are going on. Kind of just like look around and take in the environment. I don't usually stare at the flag. I guess that's sort of a superstition.
I think a lot of us starters are out there kind of sometimes not really staring at the flag. We're kind of eager to get going.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of just the nerves or the excitement of wanting to play.
We'll take a step aside and head to the bottom of the second. Score still tied here, 0-0. So we're back here in the bottom of the second. Leading off is third baseman Kyle Shabbat, but still got Mark with us. Finish up a few questions with him and get him back in the dugout to cheer on his squad. But nonetheless, Mark, talk to me a little bit about who your role model is. You know, a lot of people have role models growing up, and they change over time, but kind of want to tell me who yours is.
I would probably say both my parents are role models to me, both in kind of their own unique way. My dad was someone who pushed me to be, my very best when I was a kid, and I took it a little personally, I guess, when I was younger. He was hard on me, but he just wanted me to be my best, and now I obviously appreciate that, and I appreciate the person he allowed me to become. And then my mom is kind of more of the loving, she loves me for who I am, and always encouraged me and was there for me for all my dreams and aspirations in baseball especially. So, I think they were a good team, and obviously people I look up to, and I'm glad they were the way they were in my life.
Yeah, I think parents go a little bit underrated when it comes to role models. Obviously as athletes, you kind of most of the time answers will be, players you look up to, right? Professional athletes and stuff like that. But I feel like definitely parents go extremely underrated because, they're the ones that get you going in the sport to begin with, right? They're the ones who are there for you from the start. So shout out to all the parents out there who continue to give their kids an opportunity. But so Shabbat's on with the leadoff walk. In steps the catcher, Kelton Tom. 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And Tom will go down swinging. It'll bring up number 12, the shortstop, Zen Stasko.
The shortstop, number 12, Zen Stasko.
So bringing it back to baseball a little bit, right? What is your favorite baseball memory, just in your entirety of playing baseball? It doesn't have to be just here at St. Martin's, but.
Wow, that's a tough one. I would probably say when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, our Cal Ripken team in Meridian was pretty good. We ended up going to the World Series in Maryland. So I think just that whole experience, being able to do that when I was a kid and play against some teams all around the world was pretty cool. Probably the best experience I've had.
Yeah, I never had the opportunity to play Little League when I was a kid. Never had the chance to go to anything like that, so a little jealous and envy you for it, but you're here where you're at now, and you look back at those moments, right? I don't know if it's hit you yet since your career ended yesterday, but Stasko goes down swinging. So once again, a leadoff runner on for the Lutes for Sherwood, and comes back with 2 strikeouts. So
second baseman, number 8, Michael Grubb.
So as we close out this inning here, hopefully we don't. Hopefully the Saints get some runs on the board, but kind of want to dig in a little bit and figure out what you're doing, right? Baseball career is over. You're about to graduate next weekend. What are your plans for post-graduation? What are you looking to do? What are you hoping not to do?
Yeah, well, my plan is to obviously graduate, and then I think I'm going to head back home to the Boise area and try to find a job. I got some interviews lined up, even like this week, so I'm excited for that, and just kind of start my life and the next chapter, and just kind of move away from baseball, at least for the time being.
Good jump there by Shabbat, and he'll be awarded the stolen base. But yeah, I noticed you said kind of stay away from baseball a little bit, and that was going to lead me into my next question. Is there any plans to coach or be around baseball in any type of way post-graduation, or are you kind of looking to just take a break from it completely for a little bit and figure things out life-wise?
Yeah, I think I'll coach eventually. I don't think yet. I don't think I have. I don't think it's my time to coach yet, but yeah, I do think in the future I'll get into coaching.
That'll do it for the bottom of the second.
Well, it was nice chatting up with you. I wish you all the best of luck, and you can head back in the dugout and cheer on your team, get some runs on the board.
All right, thanks for having me here.
All right, thanks, Mark. Off the top of the third inning for the Lutes will be the catcher in Delisle, and we have another senior joining us here as Delisle. First pitch swing, hits that one to left field. Ingram with a sliding catch. Quick one pitch, one out for Wong.
Damon Ingram, that's a Sophie scoop. Come by the scorer's table and pick that up.
It'll bring the lineup back to the top in Youch.
Number 15, Rutger Youch.
But nonetheless, like I said, we have Ozzie Shayler, the Gold Glove center fielder for the Saints, joining us in this third inning here. Ozzie, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just taking it all in. One more day at the ball field, you know. Just happy to cheer on my teammates, and hopefully we can get a win to end the season.
Yeah, like we talked with Mark a little bit, you know, getting the day off. Obviously, yesterday's senior day for you guys. It's hit on the ground off Wong's glove. It will trickle over to the shortstop, Stasco, and he's unable to make the play. So infield single for Youch. Lutes get their first runner aboard here in the third inning. But Ozzie, yesterday I kind of want to talk about, man, I got to dive into this a little bit. Or this weekend, I guess you could say. Just some spectacular diving plays out there, man. Talk to me about what it's been like playing center field. Right, I know you came in. Did you come in as an outfielder, infielder?
Came in as an infielder, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you kind of came in as an infielder, right, and you had that transition period to the outfield, but it almost seemed natural for you, you know, obviously playing football and being the cornerback at Yelm, right? Talk to me a little bit about what the transition was like going from playing infield in high school and all of a sudden being put in the outfield and being expected to do big things.
Yeah, I would say, like, playing the infield, you got a lot more going on. You got a lot more going on with plays being put on and things like that. In the outfield, you can kind of just relax and kind of just chill out, not be thinking too much, and kind of just react and go after the baseball and have some fun.
A little hit and run play there from the Lutes. As Youch was stealing on the pitch. Barber hits that one to center field. Bell makes the catch. And Youch will retreat back.
Now at the plate for the Lutes, first baseman number 24, Ashton Barton.
Stepping in now will be Barton for the Lutes. But yeah, back to our story.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just, it's in my mind, it's a little bit easier to play the outfield. You don't have as much, you got to worry about bad hops and everything like that. You can just go track down the ball, have some fun, make some cool plays.
Yeah.
And just have fun out there, you know.
You know, and you had a record at Yelm for picks playing football.
Yeah.
What was that record?
I had 10 interceptions my senior year in 11 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
At first, when I got a few in the first couple games, and I was like, oh, this is cool, you know, like. And then we got to a point where it's like, oh, I'm kind of chasing a record now. So at that point, it was kind of like ball hawking and wanting to get the ball.
Lockdown. I mean, that kind of runner goes. Tom, throw from his knees, not in time. Youch is in there with a stolen bag, but that kind of goes back to tracking balls in the outfield, right? You know, being that ball hawk, being able to track things down. Obviously, you have great speed, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable speed. Yesterday, you and your counterpart for the Nighthawks, Walsh, were kind of playing who's got the better Gold Glove out here today, right? But yeah, in football, it's kind of second nature, right? When you transition to the baseball field, you have that understanding of making plays and diving catches, and you're not afraid to lay your body on the line, right?
Exactly. Diving plays are the most fun, so you always got to try to get them when you can.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, senior day, why not, right?
Exactly.
Lay it out, make some great plays before you end your career.
Yep.
So we'll get into a little bit of questions here. I'm sorry for the viewers watching. Ozzy, why don't you tell everybody your name, number, position, and where you're from?
All right, so my name's Austin Shayler. I go by Ozzy. I'm number 3, and I play center field.
And you're from Yelm?
I'm from Yelm, Washington,
From Yelm, yeah. Do you have any go-to pregame songs?
I don't have any specifics, honestly. I kind of just listen to a lot of Drake. Drake's kind of my guy, so go to a lot of his music.
Any pregame rituals or superstitions?
No, not really, honestly. I mean,
just to kind of show up and do the job?
Just kind of go with whatever I feel like, you know? Whatever I'm feeling that day.
Barton hits that one high in the infield. Second baseman Grubbs under it to make the catch and will end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Ozzy will still be with us, so don't go anywhere as we'll talk to him a little bit more before he heads back in the dugout. But nonetheless, score still tied 0-0.
I think they drove.
So leading off the bottom of the third for the Saints will be the center fielder, 9-hole hitter, and Colin Bell. New bump for the Lutes will be number 21, Cameron Schwartz. Ball hits softly on the ground. Second baseman Barber fields it cleanly. Goes over to first to retire Bell.
Coming up to bat for the Saints, right fielder.
Oz, obviously, you know, with baseball coming to an end for you on the field, tell me a little bit about why don't you tell me your favorite baseball memory? It doesn't have to be St. Martin's. It can be just any baseball memory from growing up as a kid to yesterday.
I would say probably my favorite baseball memory probably comes in high school. It was my freshman year, and it was the second game of the year, and we were playing Aberdeen at the Rack, and it was a night game, and I got told by the head coach, the varsity head coach at the time, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna bring you to the game tonight, so you're not gonna be playing in the JV game today." And I was kind of like, "Whoa, like already? I'm going to the varsity level," and I didn't plan on playing or anything. But then something happened in pregame warmups and infield outfield, and he didn't like what he saw with one of the guys, and he just said, "Hey, you're playing." I'm like, "What? I'm starting at second base?" Okay. Starts me at second base, and long story short, we get to the bottom of the 7th inning, and I get a chance to walk off the game, and I did it. And probably my most favorite memory ever. A lot of those guys I played with growing up. I mean, Dakota Hill, who I got to play with here as well. I played with him in high school. He's a senior at the time, and it was just a really fun time. So I think that's some memory that I will never forget.
Ball hits a recce and ricochets to the no-no area of the catcher, Delisle. Hope he's okay. But yeah, you said you were a freshman at the time?
Yes.
That is first day on the varsity squad.
Yeah,
being able to walk
it was crazy.
We'll step aside for a moment while Delisle tries to recover a little bit. All right, we're back. Stepping in to do the rest of the catching will be number 35, Gunnar Seabright for the Lutes. Damon Ingram steps in now for the Saints with one out. Arecki on first. First pitch swinging, skies that one. Left side of the infield. Shortstop. Finney is under it and will make the catch for out number 2. Charlie Johns walks up to the plate.
Designated hitter, number 33, Charlie Johns.
All right, so we'll transition from favorite baseball memory to favorite St. Martin's memory. It doesn't have to be baseball. It can be any St. Martin's memory, but what would be your favorite looking back on your time here?
I would say, honestly, any of the events that we went to as a team. So, like, we went to a lot of the Hawaii events. Those were really fun, especially having a lot of guys from Hawaii on our team. Just seeing kind of their culture and everything. It's really awesome to experience. Going to Hawaii as well.
Yeah.
I mean, meeting the families of all the players and everything. They're just so nice and so kind and caring and giving. It's just unbelievable.
So you've been able to go to Hawaii twice for baseball now?
Yes.
Right here at St. Martin's. Yeah.
Some really good times.
Yeah.
Never been to Hawaii before, first time that sophomore year.
Oh, really?
Never been to Hawaii until that sophomore year when we went, and it was awesome.
Arecki goes in the pitch, and he's in there with his second stolen bag of the game. Was the time to Hawaii this past year, was that your second time?
Yeah, second time, yeah.
Any plans in the future to go just to vacation
sure.
and hang out?
For sure. I really liked it there, and we played a lot of baseball, so we didn't have a ton of time to do a lot of exploring and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely would want to go back and do some of that.
Gotcha.
Check it all out.
Yeah.
Especially I can go back and see some of my teammates, you know.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
It'd be
hang
awesome.
out with the boys, have them take you out to the beach.
Exactly.
And fishing and stuff like that. But
exactly.
Fun times. But getting into graduation a little bit, right? You guys are graduating next weekend. Johns hits that one on the ground as second baseman. And no retire the side, but quickly here we'll get into it a little bit. What are your post-graduation plans?
I haven't really decided yet. I'm going to be looking for a job probably in the finance field, being a business major, and then obviously coaching. I want to get back into the game, you know, coach. So can't play anymore, but coaching's the new thing, you know.
Yeah, got to stick around it. Well, thanks for your time, Ozzy. Appreciate it. You can head on back in there and try to help get these guys a run.
Yeah, let's go win this game.
Appreciate it, Ozzy.
Now back for the Lutes, shortstop number 6, Brody McNair. Now at bat, number 9, the left fielder, Christian Cambridge.
my gosh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 4th inning here at Saints Field. Rain came down a little bit. First pitch swinging right out the gates. Richardson skies that one to center field. Bell makes the catch, gets the ball in for the second out. Well, stay tuned. The bottom half of this inning, we'll have senior outfielder Johnny Shimabukuro joining us for a quick chat. Saints trail this one 1-0. Lutz with a runner on second. And stepping in now is Amon. So Cambridge, the runner at second. 0-1 count to Amon. Pitch high, count moves even 1-1. Wong still on the mound for the Saints. 1-1 pitch. Off speed, high once again. Count moves 2-1. On Friday and Saturday this weekend, the Saints took on the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks to conclude their GNAC play here at St. Martin's. Nighthawks unfortunately taking 3 of the 4 versus the Saints. One of them being yesterday. Saints nearly got no hit once again this season. Ball's hit on the ground to Stazko, the shortstop. Throws over to first, and we'll record the out. So the Lutes score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave 1 runner left on. Once again, senior Johnny Shimabukuro will be joining us in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Lutes lead this one 1-0. Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Saints Field. Leading off the inning for the Saints will be the first baseman, Evan Nickel. New bump for the Lutes will be number 22, Trevor Mason. He'll step in. And we've got senior outfielder Johnny Shimabukuro joining us this half inning as Nickel skies that one. And the first pitch he sees at right field is caught out there by Richardson. Johnny, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You want to give the viewers a little bit background information on yourself, kind of talk about, give them your name, number, position, and where you're from.
Well, like you said, I'm Johnny. I play left field. I'm number 1, and I'm from Oahu in the great state of Hawaii.
Another first pitch swinging is Shabbat, and it gets away from the third baseman, Amon. Shabbat will be aboard via the error. So in steps the catcher for the Saints, and Kelton Tom, with a runner on first and 1 out. So Johnny, with a lot of music out there, great music out there, what's your go-to pregame song?
My go-to, I don't know if I have a go-to pregame song. I like to listen to country before playing a game, so I have a long country playlist.
You and Mark Stewart love that country music before the games.
Yeah.
Both quiet guys, kind of funny. Big swing and a miss there by Tom. He'll be down early 0-2. Any pregame rituals or superstitions for yourself?
Pregame rituals. I like to eat McDonald's before the game. I don't know if that's a good one, but I love my McDonald's coffee, so that's one of my rituals.
Hey, if it isn't broke, don't fix it, right?
I guess so.
Talk to me, obviously a lot of thanks to family and supporters for all you seniors, but is there anyone that sticks out a little bit? Tom goes down swinging once again, but is there anyone that sticks out a little bit for a role model for you?
Pretty much my whole life, my sister's been a huge role model in my life, and she had a great softball career at Western Washington. So it was something that I think coming into college, there's always high expectations set, and I think it was good for me to always kept me working hard and looking towards the future. I think she was a great college athlete and a great role model to follow. So my sister Chantel had a huge part in my baseball and college career. So she was someone I always looked up to.
Older sister?
Older sister. She's 2 years older than me.
2 years, gotcha. So if she had to step on the baseball field, would she get a hit if you were pitching?
Oh, I want to say no, but I think the answer to that is a yes. She was a really, really, really good athlete.
So talk to me a little bit about that. Obviously, I have some brothers who play baseball, so being able to work with them in the cages and stuff. But were there ever times where you guys were working out often together, whether it's in the cages, throwing the ball around? If so, how did that work out, obviously, with softball using a bigger ball than baseball?
Well, yeah, every summer break, winter break, me and my sister are home, so we would work out hitting in the cages.
2 different buckets of balls?
2 different buckets of balls. I used to hit the softballs too, and she used to hit the baseballs. I always thought it helped for both of us, whether it be hitting a bigger ball or hitting a smaller baseball. I think it's good training for both of our sports. And sometimes it just came down to us not having enough baseballs or softballs, so we're both hitting either just to get our swings in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she an outfielder as well?
No, she played second base, actually. She was an infielder.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Nice. So, sticking to the topic of baseball here, what would be your favorite baseball memory? It doesn't have to be here just St. Martin's. It can be just growing up, anytime you played baseball throughout your career.
You know, I had a pretty good high school career. I played at Kamehameha. We didn't do too bad, but I still think my favorite college baseball memory, or just baseball memory in general, is the double walk-off against, is it Central?
NNU?
Was it NNU?
I believe it was NNU.
Yeah, that's still one of my favorite memories.
Here at
back to back, here at home.
Yeah.
By two seniors.
Michael Grubb steps in, skies that one to center field. And the center fielder, Youch, will make the catch to retire the side. But you can go ahead and finish your story before we head to break.
Yeah, it's just one of my favorite memories here at St. Martin's is the walk-offs. I wish we could have had one this season. But yeah, it's one of my favorite baseball memories ever.
All right, and quick last question before we send you back in the dugout. Graduation coming up next weekend. What's your post-grad plans?
Post-grad plans, probably go home, find a job at an engineering firm, hopefully start using that degree. But yeah, plans to move back home to Hawaii. I don't know if I'm going to stay on Oahu, probably. Just look for a job, start working, making money.
All right. Well, appreciate your time, being able to chat up a little bit. Wish you all the best. You can head back in the dugout and cheer on your boys, help them get a run.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. Well, we're back here in the top of the fifth inning. Leading off for the Lutes will be the catcher, number 35, Gunnar Seabright, as he goes down looking and steps top of the lineup in Youch. We have a great pitcher with us for St. Martin's in number 27, Justice Yamashita, joining us on the broadcast. Justice, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you, Aaron.
So talk to us a little bit. Tell us a little bit. Tell the viewers who you are, position, number, and where you're from.
I'm Justice. I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii, number 27.
So yesterday, not the result you wanted, right? Obviously, senior day. Wanted a little bit of a better finish to your career, but talk to me a little bit about what life has been like here at St. Martin's and accomplishing the things you've been able to accomplish here.
I mean, Overall, throughout my career here, it's just been a grind. Like every year, being able to learn from my teammates and opponents on things I can improve. My freshman year, especially from Tanner and Harry, and then coming up to like as I was growing up, learning from my peers like Cole and the younger guys like Okada, and just constantly trying to get better every year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even though you're an older guy, you can still pull things and kind of pick the brains of the younger guys, right? Because everybody always has something different to offer. But getting into a little bit of questions here, kind of chat things up a little bit. Any pregame songs? I know you're a quiet guy. We've already talked to Mark and Johnny, who are also quiet, but I think you are the most quiet of the bunch. So any pregame songs for you that you kind of go to before the game?
Every once in a while I listen to
Beautiful catch out there. Diving play by right fielder Alohi Areki.
songs I listen to. Usually time to time I'll probably listen to like Ultimate Suicide by Suicide Boys.
Okay. Change it up a little bit.
Nothing too much overall.
Yeah, nothing
though.
too crazy. But we'll step aside for a little bit while we head to the bottom of the fifth. Justice will still be with us then. Lutz lead this one 1-0. Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth here. Leading off the inning will be the 9-hole hitter for the Saints in center fielder Colin Bell. First pitch swing and a miss there by him. Still have Justice Yamashita on the broadcast with us. Saints trailing 1-0 here in the fifth inning. Looking to get something going. Try and close out this entire season with a dub. Bell grounds that one to the shortstop. And Finney fields that one cleanly and throws over to first to get the speedy Bell out. But Justice already got one out, so we got to speed things up a little bit here. Favorite baseball memory can be, doesn't have to be St. Martin's. It can be just kind of growing up. Any baseball memory in general.
I think best memory for me was probably playing in Japan, being able to pitch against some international players and understand their culture and the way they play the game.
Yeah, I was obviously we had a chance to talk a little bit before game 1 on Friday. I guess this kind of leads into one of the questions, but post-graduation plans. Speaking of Japan.
Yeah, I think this summer gonna go play with the Island Movers in Japan. Hopefully get a tryout, see if I can make the team professionally over there in Japan.
Yeah, that'll be really cool for you. Really excited for you to go and do that. And hope you can show them what you got, man. I mean, what you've been able to do here at St. Martin's has been unbelievable. Obviously, Tanner coming in and being able to do what he did, and you following right behind him. So hopefully you can translate that and do that in Japan and make us all proud, man. I mean, maybe transition over to the MLB one day. Don't forget about all of us, though.
For sure.
And then St. Martin's memory, what would be your favorite? It doesn't have to be baseball. Can be anything in St. Martin's.
Believe it or not, SFL was pretty fun. I mean, being able to win, I think it was 2 years ago, we were able to win SFL football. That was pretty fun.
For those of you listening, SFL is our Saints football league that we put on for our baseball team in the fall. It's kind of our little fun way to do conditioning. We draft teams, have a little bit of fun with it, but unfortunately it was thrown in the trash bin this year because of some injuries that occurred last year. So head coach Kelly Gowan not too happy with it, decided to change things up, but when SFL was alive and well, it was a fun time. So glad to hear that, man. I mean, I'm happy you weren't one of the people that got hurt during that. So, oh,
shoot.
And then we touched on graduation plans, but any message? What will be your biggest message to your underclassmen, kind of who are going to be filling in for you and just filling in for all the seniors?
I mean, kind of just embrace and enjoy the moment. I mean, felt like this. I've been here the longest, but for sure it was a grind. But I guess just enjoying every moment of being able to play the game and understanding that your time is limited in college baseball, so don't take it for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of us take for granted the opportunities we're given because in the moment it might not seem like it'll pay off, but obviously now looking back, graduating and with your graduation coming up, time flies, right? It's hard to stay consistent and trusting everything, but it is definitely the key. As Damon Ingram steps in now, the left fielder for the Saints. Arecki on first. Charlie Johns on deck. Another question for you. Do you have a role model? And if so, who would that be?
I would say probably my dad. Always pushing me to do better and work harder. I mean, I think the main things he taught me.
Ingram hits that one in the right field. Arecki will advance to third on the base hit. So runners on the corners now for the Saints. Opportunity to tie this game and keep things going in this inning with Charlie Johns stepping up to bat now. But yeah, you said your dad was your biggest role model?
Yes. I think like just the, what's the word? Things that he taught me were like having a good attitude, always having an open mind, and with coaches, like you don't always have to change, but at least try and listen, and always trying to work hard and outwork people is the virtues and things that he's taught me throughout while I was growing up.
First pitch swinging, Charlie Johns fouls that one softly on the left side. What were the emotions like yesterday for you throwing in your last career game? Did it hit you right away? Has it hit you yet?
I think still a little bit of a shock, like that it's kind of over already. I mean, it was a blast being out there one last time, but kind of wish I had a little bit more time here. But eventually, it had to come to an end. So I mean,
Yeah.
it happens.
I couldn't tell exactly, but I don't know if were you shedding a tear yesterday at all? I couldn't tell from where I was sitting.
Maybe a couple here and there, nothing too crazy.
Johns flies that one to the left side, going foul. Lute's giving chase and will not be able to make the play there. So 2-2 count now to Johns. Runners on the corners. Ingram on first, Arecki on third. Ball hitting the ground to second baseman. Turn is second for one and will not return the throw to first. As Saints score their first run of the game and tie this one up 1-1. In steps the first baseman now, Evan Nickel.
Now playing for the Saints, first baseman, number 17, Evan Nickel.
So this year, right, being your final college year, and obviously, like you talked about, looking to go to Japan and play professionally there, has there been anything you've been able to take away from this year that you feel like you'll need to kind of work on and improve a little bit going into professional ball?
I think overall, probably being able to spot up a little bit better, improve my average velocity, being more consistent overall, and I think trying to, understand the language would help big time going up there.
Going to Japan. I mean, do you know a little bit of Japanese at all?
I've studied quite a bit. I can basically read and write quite a bit, but that's about it.
Yeah, I know zero zip nada of any Japanese, but I'm rooting for you. I feel like when I did try to take a class in high school, it was a pretty hard language to learn. Swing and a miss there by Nickel. He'll go down to retire the side. But Justice, it was a pleasure. Appreciate you for being on the broadcast. Congratulations on a great career. Look forward to seeing what you can do in Japan.
Sweet. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, of course. Top of the 6th inning here. Sorry for joining you guys a little late. I don't think it was late. I just think this this half inning is going by pretty quickly. But we're joined by senior Brady McNair. Brady, how you doing today?
Good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Hanging in there. So why don't you give the viewers a little bit of background information, name, number, position, and where you're from.
I'm Brady McNair. I play second base, and I'm from Buckley, Washington.
Buckley, Washington. How's life been down here in Lacey?
It's good. It's good. It's a little bit different. You know, Lacey's, to me, is a bigger city. I come from a small rural town, so it's nice getting a little bit different lifestyle.
Finney hits that one to right field. Areki's there, makes the catch, retire the side, but
Chloe Arecki with the catch. And just like that, 1, 2, 3.
1-2-3 for the Saints. Brady, I apologize for bringing you on so late, but we'll be back in the bottom half of the
All
inning.
good.
We'll chit-chat with Brady for a little bit. That score still tied here, 1-1.
0 hits, 0 runs, 0 errors.
We're back here in the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Saints will be Kyle Shabbat, the third baseman. Brady, we'll get into these questions fairly quickly here. Hopefully avoid the 1-2-3 inning. But a lot of good music out there nowadays. Any go-to pregame songs for you? Or song?
Pre-game songs? I've always been a big fan of my walk-up song, Return of the Mac. That one, I like that one.
Any pregame rituals for you or superstitions?
I'm a big donut guy. I try every game day. I try to get at least one donut in me. I know it's not good fuel for a game, but I like them, so it works for me.
You get that jolt of sugar and carbs.
Gotta love it.
We got some donuts over here if you want one. I don't know if you've had one ready pregame, but
I've actually had 3 already today, so probably shouldn't go for a 4th, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, you got the day off. Might as well just have fun with it.
Right?
Talk to me about your career here, how you felt, how the years have been for you, and being able to step in a little bit as a senior this year and kind of be not only the on-field leader, but also the in dugout leader and be one of the older guys.
It's been awesome learning from guys like yourself and Oshiro, just learning the ropes and learning how to be not only a college baseball player, but learning how to be, a real-life grown-up and things like that. So just following your guys' footsteps and just trying to bring some new stuff and have some old stuff in there as well, trying to get a good culture going. Just fun, just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think I remember when you first came in, if I remember correctly, Shabbat drives out one of the gap to left center field. It'll get down. He'll run first, attempt for second, and he'll be in there with a leadoff double. So good two-strike hitting there by Shabbat. Saints get their first runner aboard here in the 6th inning with no outs and a leadoff double by Shabbat. But back to what I was saying, I think when you got in here as a freshman, I believe we were having a scrimmage, and you hit one to deep left center field, similar to where Shabbat hit it, but it was almost to the wall off of Tanner. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that was crazy to see that. Obviously, a freshman coming in, and Tanner being the arm that he was for us at St. Martin's, able to do that. So I thought I was excited for big things for you, and it was great to see you finish your career yesterday. Unfortunately, not with some dubs, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Baseball is baseball.
Yeah.
So any big role models for you growing up, anyone that you really looked up to?
My dad. My dad's always been my Superman. I've always tried to be exactly like him. I mean, we look exactly alike. So, I mean, he's always been somebody I've looked up to. He also got to play college baseball, so I've always wanted to at least match him, and I got to do that and just be a good person like him and do it for all the right reasons. So I would say my dad's my biggest role model.
That's good, man. And like I touched on a little bit earlier, I think it was Mark was the first one on. Parents go really underrated when it comes to role models. You know, obviously as athletes, we kind of look up to professional athletes, right? We look up to the pro guys as role models. We try to be like them, but I think parents definitely go underrated because we kind of forget the amount of stuff that they do for us and the sacrifices they make to put us in positions to be successful. So
yeah, absolutely.
1-2 count to Tom. Shabbat at third on the pass ball. Swing and a miss there by Tom, and he goes down swinging again. So shifting over to baseball. Favorite baseball memory for you? It doesn't have to be just here at St. Martin's. Can be just in your entirety of playing baseball.
My favorite baseball memory? Probably going into my senior year of high school, my travel ball team, we won our Seattle Elite League tournament, which we snuck in there as like the last seed, and we ended up running the table. And it's pretty special, especially because our head coach, his father, passed away tragically. So kind of felt like we had some angels in the outfield pulling for us. And it was just a really, really magical summer.
Has it hit you yet that baseball's over for you?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. It hit a little bit yesterday when the third out of the 7th was recorded, but we're back out here again today, so it'll probably hit here in a couple innings.
What's the journey been like for you, kind of, having to be that fill-in guy, obviously with some great talent in front of you here at St. Martin's, but being able to come in when your name's called, what's that been like for you? I know for some guys, obviously, some guys take it a little bit more harsh, coming into college, expecting to get a little bit more playing time, but you've been able to troop it out and still come out with success.
It's been great, just learning from different guys. I came in, I'm still very undersized guy, but even more back then, so I wasn't really expecting to play a whole lot right away and just learning the ropes from guys. But being a defensive replacement, some guys love hitting, some guys love pitching. I love playing defense, so getting to do that, knowing my role and just going in there and being the best version of myself was a lot of fun. And then as guys got to graduate and I got to play more and more, I got more and more comfortable in the box and in the field and just being myself.
That's good, man. I mean, on the topic of graduation, it's coming up next week.
Yeah.
What are you looking to do post-graduation?
I'll be graduating. I'll have my degree in education.
A bunt play by Grubb. Pitcher unable to hand that one cleanly. Shabbat dives into home and will take the lead for the Saints. So runner on first and second, Stasco on second, and Grubb on first. In steps 9-hole hitter in Colin Bell. But yeah, I mean, back to graduation coming up next week, post-grad plans. What do you got going on?
I will be doing my student teaching, like my internship in the classroom here. So I will be in a high school classroom. I don't know exactly where I'll be placed yet.
Single to left field. Stazko rounding third. He'll score as well. Another run across the board for the Saints, as they are looking to do damage here in the bottom of the sixth. Where, you don't know, you said you don't know where you'll be teaching it?
No, not yet. Definitely somewhere in Puget Sound area, Thurston area. Just depends on where I get my placement, but it'll be in a high school classroom doing some sort of social studies, history, which am excited to get going on.
Big history guy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alohi Areki, top of the lineup for the Saints, steps in now. Another runner in scoring position for him. But I guess since you're a history guy, what's your favorite history moment?
My favorite history moment?
Or just something that happened in history. It doesn't have to be United States, but I don't know. Fill me in. I wasn't a big history guy in school.
I'm a big U.S. history guy. Obviously, live in America, so just like learning about everything about the U.S. and newer country in terms of world happenings and things and how it came to be a global power real quick. So I just love. I just love learning about why things are the way they are.
So St. Martin's, you're here for 4 years, right? Talk to me a little bit about a favorite memory. Doesn't have to be baseball, just St. Martin's memory in general. What would you say would be that one that sticks out the most to you?
I would probably have to say probably freshman year. This is a baseball memory. I remember running out on the field playing Central at Central. And my class, we had all of our freshman class starting in that lineup. Cole was pitching, Mark was behind the plate, Ozzie was in left, I was at second. My roommate Michael, who's not on the team anymore, he was playing first. It was just, and Reed was in right field, so it's just kind of cool to see what could be coming for the future, and all of us getting our first start all together was really something I will never forget.
Yeah, speaking of young guys, how do you feel about passing a torch down to the younger guys behind you as you move on with your life? How do you feel about the lineup that Coach Kelly Gow has for next year and the years to come?
Oh, they're going to be awesome. I mean, all those guys are already light years ahead of where I'm at, so it's in a good spot. They're gonna trend in the right direction for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Excited for you and your post-graduation plans and teaching, and
thank you.
Really happy and supportive of you and what you've been able to accomplish here at St. Martin's. So
appreciate that. Thank you, Aaron.
Of course. Take care. So bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off will be Charlie Johns, and we have senior Sam McCauley joining us on the broadcast now. Sam, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
We've had a little bit of technical difficulties in the top half of this inning. Sam and I were able to chat up a little bit, but unfortunately you guys were not able to hear any of it as we've had a little bit of technical difficulties. But got it all figured out now, and we're back. So maybe a little bit of the same conversation that Sam and I will be having, but first time for you guys hearing it. But Sam, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and give the viewers a sense of who you are, your name, position, number, and where you're from.
My name is Sam McCauley. I am a graduating senior at St. Martin's University. I played 3 years here, transferred out of a school in Iowa. I'm a relief pitcher, right-handed pitcher, and yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about what your career has been like here at St. Martin's, what you've been able to accomplish, some goals that you've made for yourself, if any, and just what the overall vibe was like for you here at St. Martin's.
You know, I've had a really enjoyable experience here. Like I've said before in this last inning where we weren't really able to get recorded.
John hits that one straight back to the pitcher, fielded cleanly, and tossed over to first.
I think my experience here has been great just because I think there's an aspect of camaraderie here, and that isn't really shown at some other schools that I've played at, where it's kind of a very cohesive group. There's not really any hate thrown around amongst the players. We're pretty when we play the best is when we're having fun and just enjoying the game of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all there is to it, right? It's a game at the end of the day. So let's get into some questions here a little bit. A lot of good music out there. Any songs stick out in mind for your go-to pregame song?
Go-to pregame song. I feel like I switch up pretty often. I don't really have a routine when it comes to songs I listen to before the game.
That one's hit softly into left center field. A base hit for Nickel. He'll be aboard here with one out.
I know there's some other players that have very specific songs in mind, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a specific song.
Like I said, there's a lot of good music out there, so it's hard to choose, right? Any pregame rituals or superstitions for you?
Pregame rituals. I know I'm very superstitious about this burrito that hangs out in my bag. It was given to me by a previous player. Tai Matsunami gave me a throw burrito, board game burrito, and it's pretty banged up in my bag. But I've noticed when it's not in my bag, some bad stuff happens. We forgot it in a bus one week, and it wasn't a very good week of baseball. But yeah, that thing just sticks in there. There's also some other things I carry.
Any idea who you're going to pass that burrito down to?
That's a great question. I'm glad this question came up because I definitely got to give that to somebody. It's pretty banged up. I think.
Is it going to stay in the pitching staff, or is it going to transition back to?
I have no idea.
I'll
I'll think about it. I'll probably give it off to one of the pitchers so they can keep it in their bag. But, yeah, it's pretty banged up. Honestly, it needs to be replaced by a newer throw burrito. But I guess that would be a superstition of mine.
Any role model for you?
Any role model coming up? I guess my first year, I guess a lot of my teammates have been role models for me. When I was a freshman, I played at a school in Iowa, and I played with a kid named Jung Joon Kim, which is a came straight out of South Korea, barely spoke any English, but that kid was filthy. And then coming here at St. Martin's, there's been a lot of role models and pitchers, and I think I know Justice is 1 year older, but I've always kind of, whenever I've had problems, I've always come and asked him what's going on and what he can do to help me in terms of pitching, because I think he has a great attitude and presence on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. We were able to talk to him a little bit, pick his brain. But sticking to baseball, what memory from your baseball career sticks out the most to you? It doesn't have to be just here at St. Martin's. It can just be your entire career of playing baseball.
Entire career of playing baseball, I think it's important to realize that it's the game we played growing up. I'm very nostalgic about back in my days playing in Little League. I think that's the most fun I've ever had playing baseball. And I guess when you're a kid, you don't really realize it. But, keeping that presence of fun here, when it's more in a competitive environment and where there's a lot more stress and anxiety is important. I think also I've had some good memories here at St. Martin's. Really enjoyed playing at Cheney Stadium, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool for
and
you guys.
then our 2 trips to Hawaii have been pretty cool as well.
Have you been to Hawaii prior to going?
I've been to Hawaii two times before going. I went once to Oahu and once to Maui.
There you go.
Tom hits that one high to left center field. And will be caught in the gap and will retire the side.
And in the bottom of the
But
7th.
quickly, before we let you go, Sam, any post-graduation plans for you?
This next year, I work this job. I did this last summer, but I'm going to be applying to different jobs that might pertain to my career, either in marketing, social media, maybe in public relations for a company, something like that, along those lines. But then, meanwhile, I'll work a job. I work this, it's called an ice cream peddler's business, where you have a group of children with disabilities in high school that are learning job skills, and you basically teach them through an ice cream selling business. So that's what I'll do in the meantime.
That sounds pretty cool, man.
Yep.
I want to thank you for your time.
Yep.
Congrats
I
on a great
appreciate
career. And good luck selling some ice cream, man.
I will.
Update. Wait, you don't like animals, yeah?
I like dogs.
Oh.
I like other animals.
Dogs, don't do dogs. Because we're at the 8, we're going to go to the 9. Yeah.
Then that might not be as well. It just depends. It depends on how fast they can get the 3 outs. So it's up to you. I'll just walk. It's not the best.
You can drop you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't leave.
Go, Nice! Now at bat for the Lutes, the center fielder, number 17, Brayden Adcock.
We're going to pick the pen. Oh, wow. Period. It depends. So this means
Coming to the plate for the Lutes, the second baseman, number 2, Aaron Barber. There's a box of umpires measures, and if the ball's inside it, then it's a strike, and if it's outside, it's a ball. Now at bat for CLU, the first baseman, number 24, Ashton Barton. this one. It's like when you do your top flip, you have the range that counts on the bigger top. Same like baseball. 2-2, what's in the box counts, but it's not doesn't. What the hell?
Now at the plate for the Lutes, designated hitter, number 23.
Did you cut it or that's just how your hair is?
I never cut my baby.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
For how long is this the night? No.
Is this still the top of the ink?
Oh, hell no.
You think you feeling? You know no feeling. You can't feel it. I came on the hood. I came out the hood. Sometimes against me the hood. Coming onto the mound for the Saints, number 28, Bryson Nakamoto. You don't need no one but you for us. I've been going and found me a buzz. I've been searching for love and found lust. It's so hard to start holding a grudge. When I don't get your shit like a Dutch. Mom spark at the kid in the cut. Keep on strong cause these niggas play tough. We can choose who the right when I trust. We can choose who the right when I trust. Keep it real, it's a lot of they love. Niggas hate but they bitches in love. And the Bentley all white like a dove. I took off ain't the same as it was. Kid her out, told her walk to the bus. Over simple can tell when it cut. You can't tell me that she ain't slut. Who think you fooling? You know? I love the first cast when the water's glass and the light starts to run. First sip of the cold beer when the working week's done. I love the twilight in the morning for the day it wakes up. The winds down on the first ride in the paid-up truck. And I love the slow down in the beach town with an ocean view. And I love the first fall Saturday trip down the Baton Rouge. And I love the sixth string with the stars out and the campfire glow. The girl that don't even come close. To the way that it feels when you lean in and kiss me. The way that you dance when you get kind of tipsy. I'm wrapped around your finger like this ring I'm wearing. That look in your eyes, girl, when you catch me staring. I don't even know what it is, and now that I found it, I can't imagine me living without this backboard of you. And all peace is down, watching you watch the sun go down. That's all my world spins around. I'm getting now and it's in love. At the plate for the Lutes, designated hitter number 23, Asa Reese. Now coming to the plate, the shortstop, number 6, Brody McNair. Right fielder Alohi Areki with that catch. Concludes the top of the 8th inning. PLU picking up 2 runs on 1 hit. We go into the bottom of the 8th, tied 3-3.
Just don't push aside. And I'll promise that I'll give you all my loving. Girl, I'll open up my heart because there's nothing too high. Ooh, nothing too high.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Saints Field. We got a tie ball game now at 3 apiece. And stepping in for the Saints, leading off the bottom of the 8th, will be the shortstop, Zen Stasco. On deck will be Michael Grubb. We've got another senior joining us today, infielder, and Dylan McLaughlin. Dylan, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Just trying to take it in for the last game of the season.
Yeah, last game of the season for you guys, getting the day off, obviously yesterday being senior day. Talk to me a little bit what it's been like being here at St. Martin's. Obviously you're a transfer, right? Last 2 years here at St. Martin's. Tell me what that's been like and the transition from JUCO ball to being here at a D2.
Yeah, I mean it's been a great experience being here at St. Martin's. I feel like the guys have definitely taken me in as their own kind of thing, and I really appreciate those guys who, welcomed me with open arms. But it's been a great experience. GNAC's obviously is a great competition. Some rough weather mixed in there, so got some gritty players, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, the P&W is a little tough to play baseball in, especially when you have a natural field. But so we'll get into some questions here, kind of talk a little bit. Pre-game song, any pre-game song? There's a lot of good music out there, but is there any song that sticks out to you the most that you kind of go to for pre-game?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific song, but I feel like I kind of like the more like upbeat genre, nothing too serious. Like I don't really like to take myself too serious. I mean, it's just a kid's game, so probably like something, I don't know, maybe like house music you could say, or just pop even.
Kind of get the vibes going, flowing for the day. Any pregame rituals or any superstitions for you? Stasco sends that one in the air to left field. The fielder's under it, makes the catch.
Honestly, it's a great question. I wouldn't really say anything in particular. Just kind of try to be as consistent as possible. Probably like I have a pretty consistent routine, I would say, but nothing like superstition-wise. Don't, you know.
Any big role models for you throughout your life, and obviously in baseball career, or just anything in general? Who's been there for you? Who's been kind of the person you've looked up to the most?
Yeah, I would definitely say my parents. I mean, my dad's been a really great role model for me. Definitely not, you know, didn't play baseball or anything like that. So he was always there to kind of offer me some good advice, just on dealing with adversity more so than just mechanical stuff on the field, you know.
Yeah, parents are big role models. They're underrated for sure, but Michael Grubb steps in and gets drilled. Speaking of Michael Grubb, your throwing partner, right?
Of course, of course.
How do you feel about leaving him and then kind of moving on with life and leaving him behind?
It's definitely it's sad to see him go, but I know he's on to bigger and better things as an engineer. So, you know, excited to see what he does with his major in his career.
Any baseball memories for you that stick out? Biggest, yeah. What's kind of like your favorite memory for baseball? It doesn't have to be here at St. Martin's. It can just be any baseball memory in general.
I think definitely this year the Hawaii trip was awesome. Just got to go over there and see their culture and, you know, play with some great weather, some cool fields. Throughout my career, I had some great memories in high school. Just, you know, playing with some of the guys from just a young age, growing up with them. Some good tournaments, you know, obviously back in the day, Little League was always a good time.
Yeah. Were you able to go to Hawaii? Did you guys travel? Was that your first time to Hawaii with the team? Gotcha. That was first time to Hawaii in general too?
I went to Maui in high school, but first time in the Big Island and Oahu.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Which one's your favorite of the three?
I kind of liked the more of the low-key vibe that the Big Island brought, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the Oahu was a little more busy where we're at, so.
Yeah, you guys were in downtown Waikiki again?
Yeah.
Super busy there, super tourists.
Not what I expected, honestly.
Yeah. It's getting overpopulated with tourists there, but so sticking around St. Martin's, what's been your favorite St. Martin's memory? It doesn't have to be baseball, but anything in general.
I'd say just hanging around with the guys, going to the Cap's always a good time. Just, you know, just telling jokes and stories and stuff like that. But I'd say on the field, maybe there's been some pretty good trips out there. Like the Montana trip this year was pretty fun, I would say. Going to Pizza Ranch and doing that whole experience.
Colin Bell, the batter now for the Saints. Pinch running for the Saints is number 25, Nate Newsom.
Ooh.
Bell drives that one to right center field.
Get down.
That's getting, might get down.
God.
It will. Nate will round second.
Okay.
He's being sent home around third. Head home. The throw. Got him. It looked like Newsom got stuck in the mud, sliding at home. Head coach Kelly Gow out there talking to home plate umpire, trying to look like the catcher for the Lutes was indeed in the running lane. Did not give Newsom.
Tackle him next time.
Let's see the video.
So the go-ahead run for the Saints is gunned down at home. Good hit there by Bell. He'll get a double out of it. So he'll still be in scoring position for Arecki, but now with 2 outs. What do you think there? Safe out?
It's tough. I think probably made the right call there, but just, like you said, stuck in the mud, it's never fun.
So graduation coming up next week, right? You excited about that?
Definitely, yeah. Long time coming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I was never really a big fan of school. I'm always never really a big school guy, but I just, once it kind of hit me that it was coming to an end, it was sad. So on the topic of that, has it hit you yet that baseball's over?
I would say nah. I mean, I feel like just overall things don't really hit me on the spot, but it definitely will one day. It just takes a little bit.
Were there any emotions at all yesterday coming off the field?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've just taken this entire year one game at a time and trying to take in everything, but I would say so, yeah. I mean, just a lot of bittersweet and
a
lot of different kinds of emotions.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of great success here. Talk to me about the transition, what it's been like, obviously coming into this year and the expectations that you guys had leading up to this new season.
Yeah, we
Arecki hits that one in the left field to get down. Bell around third. He will score. Arecki's trying for second and will not get there. Ooh. But the runner will score on the single by Arecki trying to advance. But one more quick question on the topic of graduation. Any post-graduation plans for you?
I'm planning on going to flight school. I should become a pilot, so that is the plan.
That'll be sweet, man. That'll be pretty cool. It's something I looked into too. But appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. Good luck in flight school, and congrats on a great career.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the top of the ninth here. Saints lead this one 4-3. Bryson Nakamoto looking to close this one out and earn the win for the Saints. We got senior Cole Hatton, the eighth and final senior for the St. Martin's squad, joining us on the broadcast now. Cole, how you doing?
Doing great. Hopefully we can win this game. It's all that really matters right now. So we're up 1, so that's good.
Yeah. How does it feel to get the day off and just kind of lay back and be able to cheer on your teammates and try and get this win?
Really wish I was out there with the boys, but the arm definitely could not go today. It's really just awesome supporting these guys. Pitching's a weird role in college baseball, and you get the opportunity to really root on your teammates, which is awesome. Wish I was out there, but obviously it's nice just sitting back and rooting on the guys.
Yeah, you played shortstop in high school, right? Was there any ask to Coach Kelly Gow to play the field a little bit today, maybe for an inning?
Well, that would have been an interesting couple at bats. I was not known for my defense. I think along with my hit by pitches, I was also pretty good at recording errors. So I don't know if that would have been pretty. I also can't really swing anymore with my shoulder, so that would have been really interesting. I got a base. Oh shoot! Here we go. We got a guy there.
Speaking on hit by pitches, you want to talk to the people a little bit about what that means and what it is you're talking about.
Oh, well, I just want to apologize to every single person I ever hit. There was 69 of them in college, so it was never intentional, I don't think, from my memory, but I just had a tendency to run it into guys when they were just standing there. I feel like guys are getting closer to the plate these days. I don't know.
Trying to draw as many free bags as they can.
I mean, maybe that was the tactic against me especially, but...
So we'll dive into some questions here a little bit. Hopefully the Saints can pull this one out. Runner on second base for the Lutes with one out. And stepping in for them is number 32, Carson Burke. But any go-to pregame songs for you?
Pregame songs, huh? This year?
Just in general,
I'm
yeah.
going to get some hate.
You can go with this year.
I'm going to get some hate. I'll be jamming to some SZA before my games.
Jamming to some SZA. What song? Any song in particular?
Oh, Good Days.
Good Days. Okay.
Just the basics.
That's I believe that's actually softball shortstop Destiny Connerly's go-to pregame song as well.
Go get him, Zen. We got a guy there too.
Ball hit on the ground to shortstop Zen Stasko. Beautiful play by him to get the lead runner. So there'll be 2 outs now in the top of the 9th with the runner on first. And a pinch hitter for the Lutes will be Jaden Piper. Piper actually out of Kaneohe, Hawaii. Went to St. Louis, my alma mater, so Crusader strong. He'll be facing the Wailuku and Baldwin pitcher on the mound, Bryson Nakamoto. So a little bit of a Hawaii versus Hawaii here. Wow. Backdoor opportunity for Kelton Tom. Nearly there. Good look there from Tom. Strong arm, but back to you, Cole. Graduation coming up. Any post-grad plans?
Well, really planning on going, really just focused on going to Alaska this summer, commercially fish up there, and hopefully in the next few years get back home and help out on the family farm with the family business.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool gig that you've got. You've been able to do that for the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Always fun to be out there catching fish, especially in Alaska. I have yet to do that, but something that's been on my bucket list. Biggest role model in your life?
In my life? Well, in general, probably would say my dad and my grandparents.
Hit on the ground. Newsome fields it clean. Go to first. Be in time. The Saints will take their final game of the 24 season. Cole, unfortunately, we had to cut it short.
That's all right. That's all right.
Appreciate your time. Appreciate you joining us. Good luck.
Yep, I appreciate
your future endeavors, and congratulations on a great career.
Thank you.
Saints fans, that'll do it for us here at Saints Field, and it'll do it for us for the 24 Saints baseball season. Thank you all for tuning in this year. We look forward to seeing you next year.